So, there is a lot to unpack today in the Tesla news, so let's jump into it. Guys, if you could do me a massive favor, go down below, hit like, hit subscribe, drop a comment, say hello, all that kind of good stuff. It goes a long way. Salute to you. So this week has been a busy week in the Tesla world. I know I've missed quite a few of these news slots, but I do enjoy doing them. And there was quite a few interesting stories popping off this week that I thought I would cover. So just a few things is the information we have now received on the Roadster is quite interesting. Some advancements on the Cybertruck and what Elon's been saying on Twitter. What China are up to. There's some crazy stuff that's going on in China. The stock, Tesla stock. What is going on, guys? We'll be talking about that briefly. And then also full self-driving beta. There is some big news on full self-driving beta that means a lot. Maybe to some of you guys as well. That I think is interesting development. So, with the first story I wanted to talk about was the Tesla Roadster. Recently, with a tweet on Twitter from Elon, he mentioned something about the new Tesla Roadster that is due to come out next year. And he was talking about paint options. So Eva Fox, I think I'm saying that right, was talking about her favorite color of the Tesla Roadster, which was a beautiful orange. And Elon said that there's going to be, he said word for word, we will have special colors for new Roadster as we did for the original. So what can we expect? Well, there's a fantastic website that I want to show you guys. I think it will help you vision what Elon is on about. So if you head over to mc-astro.github.io/Tesla Roadster colors. I think if you just type in Tesla color generator on Google, that's what I do, it will come up with all these colors, and I fancy them all. We have solid black, which looks gorgeous, midnight silver metallic, a very strong contender for my favorite. We have the obsidian black. Oh god, that looks good. Does that not look good? Then we have the, what do we have next? We have the deep blue metallic, beautiful, very McLaren. We have the silver metallic, which again, beautiful. Pearl white, or as people are calling it, PlayStation white, which I do like. But my favorite, the red multicoat. That's my favorite, that's the original. Eva Fox's favorite, very orange multicoat. Brilliant yellow. Another one of my favorites, very Lamborghini-esque. I love the brake calipers. And yep, that's just gorgeous to me. Glacier blue, that's such a stunning car. Electric blue, I like it. It's not for me, but I like it. And then the green Lotus multicoat. Shout to Lotus, I guess, from the original Roadster. This is just a generator, guys. These are not official colors, although it looks like an official website. It's not official. These are just some ideas that people are spitballing. The red is definitely going to be a thing. The red's definitely going to happen. That was obviously shown at the prototype, and it was a very strong color back in the day for the original Roadster. But when Elon says the original Roadster colors, let's have a little glance at what the original Roadster colors were. There was quite a few different colors that you could get. So we had, I'm not going to do these in order, but we had white, black, we had the orange, we had the blush red, and then we had the Tesla red, then we had silver, electric blue, neon green. There was loads, grey. There was so many different color options. I'll just flash a load up on screen now. So we're going to get more choice with the Roadster. Now, if I haven't said before, I am ordering a Roadster. It's a done deal. It's happening. We have the Plaid Model S coming the end of next year, hopefully. And I will probably get rid of the Plaid Model S quite quickly to make sure there's enough space on the driveway for the Roadster, and also enough space in my bank account for the Roadster. But we will be getting the Roadster. So my plan, unless there's any other better contenders, but my plan is to go with a red multi-coat, the classic Tesla red, especially because I think it sort of pays tribute to the original Roadster, the one that Elon sent to space as well. So for me, I'm going with the red. But I will be getting it wrapped, that's for sure. I want to protect the paint first of all, but also I think we could come up with some crazy colors. So I will be getting a wrap on the Tesla Roadster. What is your favorite color? Which one do you think we're going to see most of? I think we're going to get some. It's a Roadster. It's supposed to be there with a Lamborghini. It's supposed to be flashy. So I think we're going to see some yellows and some neon colors and stuff like that. We're definitely going to see some. If I had to choose the classiest, I would probably go with the obsidian black. Go all blacked out, black rims, black calipers, black tint on the windows. That is probably my favorite, but it's also super stealth. And if I'm getting the Roadster, you want to say, hey, look at me, don't you? Come on. Let's have some hey, look at me. So the next story is about the first ever Tesla ship from China to arrive in Europe. People do not realize how major this is. So made in China Model 3s are going to be driving around Europe very soon. Some people were kind of negative about this because they're thinking, hey, I've just bought a Model 3 made in America in Europe and the build quality is not great, and now they're doing these made in China ones which the build quality is supposed to be a lot better. How do I decide how do I pick? Well, there's no option to pick, unfortunately. You won't know the difference really, but it would be very interesting to have a side by side of the made in China versus the made in America Model 3 and see what the difference is. I think on an average over quite a few cars, if we was taking a sample size of maybe 1,000 cars, you would notice a difference. And I do think the things like panel gaps and stuff like that would be a lot better from China. They're just fantastic at manufacturing stuff, and I think that's probably would be the case. The reason this is so big, number one for me, the biggest reason is because obviously the European demand is so high that they need to supply it from elsewhere. And it's coming in from China now. The reason I think it's major, and the thing I'm excited for, is because China are already producing right-hand drive Model 3s. They're going to come out soon, and it's logistically speaking, it's fantastic because they can ship it to places like Australia and New Zealand, which I'm pretty sure are right-hand drive. But that means that the made in China Model 3s might reach the UK shores if they're making right-hand drive versions. But that leads to my next point. Model Y is very close to being produced in China, and I don't think a right-hand drive Model Y is far off after that. As soon as they've got that fully ramped, the Model Y, the right-hand drive Model Y is going to be coming. That means I think that the first right-hand drive Model Ys will be shipped out of China. We'll probably see them in the UK. I was worried that the right-hand drive Model Y will only be coming out of Berlin, which for me is too far away. That's too far away for me to wait. So the prospect of China shipping right-hand drive Model Ys is extremely exciting. And for Europe as well, the left-hand drive Model Ys, it's just only going to increase the sort of numbers that they come over here. And I guess it means that everyone's going to get one. But I just want to see that Model Y in the UK. It's another thing that I've discussed with you guys. I'm looking for a Model X currently. If there was news soon about right-hand drive Model Ys in the UK, I might consider holding for the Model Y unless a steal comes up. I'm still looking for the Model X. Anyone got an idea or selling a Model X for a nice and cheap 100? I'm looking for 100D. Drop me a message below. Comment below if you're selling a Model X, mates rates and all that. So the next story is super cool for full self-driving fans, and that is that Canada and Norway are next on the list. So Elon in a recent tweet said that as soon as the US is out of early beta, Canada and Norway will be receiving a full self-drive beta, which is unbelievable. The reason that he's chose those two places, I think, is because they're logistically, Canada's nearby, similar sort of roads, and then Norway also in this tweet, the tweet before it that Elon was responding to mentions that Norway has loose restrictions and the regulations sort of allow autonomous driving, and also that they are not a part of the EU. So that is where we're seeing full self-driving next. It's super exciting. How long do we think it is? Some people are talking about a month away. If Canada and Norway see full self-driving beta in a beta release in 1 month, that will be mind-blowing, and that means that full self-driving is rolling out a lot quicker than people expected, and developing a lot quicker than people expected. Okay, so the next story is really cool. I've experienced something similar to this in the past, and that is the full self-driving is now going to be linked to the air suspension. So for stuff like the Cybertruck, it's going to be a big deal that the car's full self-driving system and intelligent AI system, or whatever it is called, however you want to say it, but that system that's so intelligent is now going to soften and dampen the suspension, which is fantastic. And I guess it will be able to scan stuff like bumpy roads or potholes or certain things like that, and change the suspension and change the ride height according to what it sees in front of it or what it thinks it sees in front of it. And also, what's fantastic about that is the Model S and X already have something similar to this, and that is that when the car realizes it's on the motorway, it will lower the car, which increases the aerodynamic of the car, and the aerodynamics of the car are improved, and the car is more efficient. So the car drives on the motorway more efficient because it's in a lower stance, it has less resistance in the wind, and it creates a better efficiency for the car. And I'm guessing this is what the full self-driving is going to do as well. So when it gets to motorways and stuff like that, it will lower the car. The Cybertruck will be nice and slammed down low, so it can just go straight through the wind and improve the aero of the car and improve the efficiency, meaning we get more miles on the road, which is what we always love. Okay, so quickly talk about Tesla shares. This is not investment advice, and we are not a trading channel. I don't talk about trades and stocks and shares apart from Tesla. You guys always asking sort of what we do. One of the side things that we do is invest, and obviously as huge Tesla fans, we invest in Tesla. And right now the stock is kind of wild. I thought this back when it was 1,000 a share pre-split, that it was wild. Now it's like ridiculous what it would have been. It's like over 2,500 pre-split. It's kind of crazy. One of the biggest things at the moment that's sort of inciting this rally, in my opinion, is the S&P inclusion, the S&P 500 inclusion, sorry. And a lot of people are speculating what's going to happen to the price after that. I would love to know. I don't know, but the stock is going wild. So here's a stock today. It's a Saturday, so obviously there's no trading today, but the price is, yeah, it's good to be in Tesla right now. That's for sure. Guys, if you want to support the channel, there is a link below. We use free trade to do our trading. If you use the link, you do get a free trade. I think you get a free trade and I get a free trade if you use the link below. I like to use free trade because I hold my shares. I don't do trading. I don't do day trading or anything like that. I just buy and hold for a long time, and it seems to work out all right, and that's how I do it. So if you wanted to do that, you'd get a free trade and you'd get a free share. Sorry, and I would get a free share. But if you want to support the channel in any way, that is one way of doing it, and I do appreciate it. Salute to you guys. I'd love to know if you guys are in Tesla as well. It seems to come hand in hand with ownership of the car right now. You have to have both to be in the club. Well, you don't, but it seems to be the way at the moment, especially on Twitter. Everyone is doing both. Either they were Tesla investors and bought a Tesla, or they owned a Tesla and then they bought Tesla shares. Anyway, kind of nuts. Congrats to you guys if you're still holding on. China is now increasing these superchargers. So they're increasing the number of superchargers, which is great news for people in China. There was a lot of regulations that were restricting the use of superchargers or car chargers on highways. I don't know what the reasoning behind that is, but in China, having chargers on highways was not permitted. And now they are allowing Tesla superchargers on the highway. So they're starting to get a few on the highway, which is amazing for Tesla that they're given this permission. But also just the numbers of the chargers in China are increasing at a rapid rate, and they're going to be producing superchargers in China, which is going to be fantastic. It means that there's going to be more and more and more superchargers coming all around the world, not just China. But that only indicates that huge numbers of cars are predicted to sell in China, especially as the Model Y ramps. So they're putting the infrastructure in there now. Super important. In the UK, our supercharging network's okay, it's decent enough, and it's amazing. It's when you use it, it's so amazing to use. And if I could only imagine driving in a country where you had a Tesla, which is a fantastic car, but not having a supercharging, it would be kind of leave a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth after experiencing the supercharging network. And I mean, in the UK, it's not great, but I enjoy the supercharger a lot. I think it's a fantastic thing, and I don't think I would change to another EV because of the supercharging network. Nothing comes close at all. I've used other chargers in the past, and nothing comes close to the supercharging network. So with that being said, it's an important thing to have in any country that is selling a lot of Teslas. You need the network in place as well. It comes hand in hand with Tesla. You've got to have both. At Battery Day, we heard about the new cells, and super important now to the product line of Tesla. We're going to see a plaid Cybertruck. We're going to see a plaid Model S. We're going to see the Roadster. But a lot of products are relying on these brand new cells in the early development, because we're talking about like these kind of vehicles that are going to be produced in a handful, which is like the Roadster, the plaid Model S, the plaid Cybertruck. These kind of things require these cells. They're going to be the first cars to get these cells, from what I know. And it's super important that these cells get produced and produced quickly. So it's good news when Tesla are hiring for cell production. They're hiring to advance cell production. So in an advertisement, Tesla have put, when they're hiring, Terra is the new Giga, which for me only highlights how important they are putting the emphasis on the battery tech. They need more batteries, which is kind of crazy at where we're at right now. It is kind of nuts. But yeah, it's good news. They're producing batteries they're trying to produce batteries at a higher volume. And without this piece to the puzzle, they're kind of up a creek without a paddle. I can't remember. I'm not allowed to swear on here, but they need the batteries. It doesn't matter how many cars they produce if they can't put batteries in them. So super important. And for the new product line as well, it's super exciting, because it means if they do produce these cells in the numbers that are required, we are going to see the plaid Model S in numbers, the Roadster in numbers, the Cybertruck in numbers. It's not going to be backed up by the batteries, which has been a huge problem in the past, is getting those batteries. So if you go onto tesla.com, you can see join the cell team, accelerate the transition to sustainable energy. And they are showing a video for their new battery cells, which is fantastic. So with all that being said, if you're looking for a job, knock on the Tesla door. You might be able to get something, and you could be producing for a company that is changing the world, guys. So if you're looking for a job, there you go. Tesla Giga Texas is speeding up. There's some drone shots coming out at the moment. I love this channel, Terra Factory on YouTube. A link is hit for him below. Here's a little bit of drone footage from his channel. But the factory is coming up quick, and we've seen what happened in China. Now, obviously, China is a different kind of beast in the way they can pop up factories, but do not hang about on this Tesla factory in Texas. It's going to happen quick, and there are going to be cars coming out of there quickly. In China, we saw within a year there was Model 3s coming out the other end. It's crazy. Dirt field to Model 3s being pumped out. I think we could see the same in Berlin and in Texas. So don't sleep on that factory. Cybertrucks will be popping out of there very shortly. Again, super exciting, but Tesla blowing my mind again. And then lastly, I'm starting to see a lot of people talk and comment below if you're one of these people, but I'm having a lot of comments and messages saying, hey, Jord, I'm receiving my refreshed Model 3 this week. So refreshed Model 3s are being delivered. They're being delivered quickly, and they're also hitting UK shores and European shores. So the refreshed Model 3 is here. I'm going to try and get a video. I know some of the subscribers had said that they're happy for me to do a video on their car. If you have a refreshed Model 3, please let me know below. I know some people have been messaging me on Twitter. One of those Twitter accounts is not working at the moment. One of them is, so it's probably why you've not been getting through to me. Comment below if you have the refreshed Tesla Model 3. I'd be super interested in coming and have a look and doing a full walk around and maybe a review of the interior in the car, bring some of my camera equipment down and do a video on it. But yeah, the refreshed Model 3 is here and it looks gorgeous. I'm in love with the Model 3. It's like this whole journey, this whole year has been amazing. I love my car. It's one of the reasons I can't let go of it. It's my favorite possession, and that says a lot because I love my cameras as well, but it's probably my favorite possession. It's probably the one that gives me a big smile on my face. Maybe joint with my camera, but I just love it. It's amazing, and the fact that the refreshed version's here, and I think if you're getting a black one, I think the refreshed version's the one. It's all blacked out. I love the refreshed black one. It's one of my favorite, and the refreshed red one as well. I think's gorgeous. But whichever one you've got, whichever Model 3 you've got, congratulations. I know how happy you feel, and to the point where obviously I want to buy this Model X at the moment. The one big reason that I've not sort of ran away trying to buy this Model 3 is because I want to buy this Model X, is because I want to drive my Model 3. I've had the Model X out, I've had the Model S out, I had the new Model S out, and I know which car I prefer to drive, and that is quite easily the Model 3. It's my favorite car to drive out of Tesla so far. That might change in the future with the Plaid Model S, I don't know, but I just love driving the Model 3. I don't think anything's going to beat it in the short term. Maybe the Cybertruck. But even with the Plaid Model S coming, I know for a fact my daily driver will be the Model 3 because I love driving it. There's something about it. Unless that Plaid Model S comes with a really good interior refresh, once you're sat inside the car, the exterior doesn't make that much difference. The speed doesn't make that much difference because there's only so much speed you can use on a road. And the Standard Range Plus for me delivers all of them perfectly. I just love it. If the Model S has that sort of refreshed feel with that minimalistic look, maybe I'll change my mind. But for now, I always would choose the Model 3. Which one? Like I say, with the speed thing, I love the Standard Range Plus because I can use the speed. Whereas on a performance model, I know that thing's rapid. I don't know if I would ever get use out of it. And it's also quite nerve-wracking sometimes. And once you sat inside it again, apart from the speed, it's all very similar. But yeah, I don't know. Hard to choose. I think, and then you've got the long range. I don't know. Buy a Model 3 anyway. But yeah, guys, that is this week's news. For me, these are all the stories that I wanted to cover. If there's anything I missed, comment down below and I'll get it next week. Thank you for watching. If you're thinking about buying a Tesla, there is a link in the description. It will get you 1,000 free supercharging miles. It gets me 1,000 free supercharging miles. Salute to you guys who have used it, and congratulations on your car. And then also, I told you guys that I'm starting to edit these videos myself. I'm really trying to find a lot of spare time to do 3 videos a week, which is kind of difficult, but I've done it this week. If I get this uploaded, I think that was 3 this week. So I've done it this week. If you want to support the channel and my late nights, there is now a Patreon link below. I hate kind of asking to go check it out, but if you're interested and you want to support the channel, it does go a massive way. It would help buy a coffee, or I've put down there some hash browns. You guys know I like my hash browns on road trips, but there is a Patreon link below. If you wanted to support it, salute to you guys. There's a few perks. There's not that much perks. I don't really know how to use Patreon, but it's all there below. Go check it out. I do appreciate it. As always, thank you for watching. If you stuck around this far, salute to the salute bros, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.